Hello everyone, TimeToGrind here, and today I wanted to talk about Death and Taxes. And Death and Taxes is a game I've been meaning to review for a while because it is a phenomenal game. And at first it piqued my interest because it gave me Papers, Please vibes, in the sense of it kind of looked like this narrative game where you were kind of having to do like office work. And so in Paper Please you're working at the border of a country, and these people are trying to get into the country, and there's rules depending on whether they should be allowed or not in, and people are trying to sneak in and stuff like that. And so this is kind of similar to it, and you play as Death, or the Grim Reaper, and it is your job to do all of this paperwork to determine who lives and who dies in a given day. And so there's always, you get rules, and so there could be things like, oh, 2 humans have to die, but no one in the medical field is allowed to die. And there can be these weird specific rules that actually make it a little bit challenging. The thing is, though, is this game isn't as much of a puzzle game like Papers, Pleases as it is a narrative game. So this game has many different endings, and depending on the actions you take, it actually can change the outcome of the game. And so it definitely, if you're going into it kind of expecting more like puzzles and stuff like that, like Papers, Please, it's a little bit less of that and more of a narrative, but that is not a bad thing at all. And in fact, at first I was kind of missing the challenge and missing the Papers, Please-esque of it, but the kind of concept of the game and the story just grabbed me in, because all of the characters are fully voiced, by the way, and that is something that's really awesome. And so you start out and you're created, you're the Grim Reaper, and this is going to be spoilers for one of the endings, the main ending that I want to talk about. I don't want to spoil all of them. But so you start off, you're created to just fulfill this job of figuring out who lives and who dies. And so just the approach that I wanted to take was just follow the rules, because at first I thought, this was a puzzle game, or, kind of like Papers, Please. So I was just following the rules to a T. And then, you start hearing these whispers in your wardrobe, and you don't really know who it is, but people are just like, why are you listening? It's these very cryptic messages, but they're like, well, why are you listening to everything he says? Don't you think you're doing something wrong? You're just killing these innocent people and stuff like that. And so you start getting hinted that maybe there's something more. Maybe I'm not just supposed to follow the rules. Maybe I'm supposed to actually figure out what's going on here, or determine what's going on. And so in my playthrough, though, I just fully went in. I'm just a rule follower. I just, no matter what happened, I was going to follow the exact orders I was given. And it's hilarious because it's even like points where like the main awesome voiced character that is kind of your boss, you sit down with him after every day to get a performance review. He kind of started to like ask me why I wasn't rebelling. He was like, oh, are you really just that dumbly loyal? Like, okay. But written way better than I just phrased it. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm just committing. I want to see what ending I get if I'm just fully loyal, even, ignoring things. And it's hilarious because near the end of the days, it started to kind of be where he was just really testing me. He was like, okay, I don't even really care anymore. Just all the people on the left side of the pile have to die. And I just kept on, just following the rules. And in the end, I destroyed humanity. That's how it ended. I think zombie apocalypses started going on and everybody started dying and stuff like that. And that is the ending I got. And I love games that have different endings like this because I spent about 2 to 3 hours in that playthrough, the first playthrough, and I was smelling the flowers and everything like that, but I already am so excited to go into it and try to, discover what maybe is happening and, try to figure out, what I should be doing instead of following the rules to maybe try to save humanity, or, you can keep trying to experiment and learn different things in all the playthroughs, and I think that's really cool. And another feature in this game is obviously you earn money for working. And so at first I think you make like 300 of the currency, but because I was a very loyal boy, I got a raise to 400 currency. And you can, every day that there is a new job, you can go to the little merchandising thing, and there is this hilariously voiced pirate down there that just every day has 3 random items that you can buy, whether they're costumes for your character and you can customize the way you look, or they're kind of things like fidget spinners on the desk that you can play with, or a calendar that shows you all the days you have. And it's pretty hilarious because every time you buy an item, the pirate tells you where he got it. He tells you this really long story of how in his pirate adventures he obtained that item. And just everything in this game has charm. Like, this game is one of those games that just bleeds identity. Like, if you can feel, you know, the themes, and just, it is a very well themed game, and the fact that the characters are voiced and the voice acting in this game is insanely good too for the kind of scale of this game is. I think it's amazing. The pirate is just this quirky and hilarious pirate, and he sounds like a quirky and hilarious pirate. Your main boss guy is this kind of like mischievous little dude that, you know, you're obviously there's some weird intentions going on behind everything he's saying and talking, and the game is just really responsive in being this kind of like choose your own adventure type game. And what I mean by that is, at one point in time, the pirate dude was selling this just squeaker toy, okay? And I bought the squeaker toy because I was like, yeah, might as well. And at one point in the story, the boss goes on vacation and his cat takes over. And you can actually offer him the squeaker toy and he can take it, and it actually kind of changes some things in the game, you know, and he's playing with it constantly. And then later you find out that the squeaker toy is like a magical squeaker toy, and there's actually like a soul in the squeaker toy that's just being now permanently tortured, but you can't do anything because you can't take it away from the cat. And it's just, this is the type of charm that this game has, you know. And like I said, the puzzles, they're not very hard. You know, they possibly get harder depending on some of the different, you know, pathways you're trying to take in the game, but for the most part it's mainly just, you know, experience the charm, you know, just smell the flowers as you play this game and just enjoy it, and it's gonna make you want to play it again and be like, oh, I completely annihilated the world, now I want to see if I can actually do things to save it. Because at first I was trying to actually kill, you know, say I had an option between two people and I wanted to kill one of them, you know, I was trying to kill either the youngest person or the person that was overall better. So if there was like someone that was, you know, embezzling, you know, money from corporations versus like a scientist, I was going to try to let the scientist live. So I love playing that because you're just constantly curious as to how different things can be. And on top of that, just one little like quirky thing to just show how much this game bleeds, you know, theme. You have a smartphone on your desk, and every day at the start of your day, you get a bunch of like social media notifications that kind of like tell you what happened because of your consequences. So say you kill like a scientist that was trying to study something, you know, you might see like, oh, the social media is freaking out because now no one is trying to work on that or something like that. And it's just, this game is just so charming and amazing, and I would highly recommend it. One, if you are a fan of Papers, Please, and two, just if you enjoy narrative games or choose your own adventure games, because this game is just full to the brim of character, and I cannot recommend it enough. And on top of that, the soundtrack is really good. The game is polished, did not experience any bugs or anything like that. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of like a narrative game. It's going to be harder than like a first-person shooter to have bugs, but hey, we're not complaining. I didn't experience any bugs, so there are no bugs in my experience. But overall, I would highly recommend, like I said, you trying this out. And if you have played this game, or you know, just from watching it, I'd love to know your guys' opinions in the comments down below. I love talking with you guys and everything. And also, just kind of a small channel update, there is a podcast that I am working on. I've been talking about it a little bit, and the first episode will be airing on this channel this Friday, so stay tuned for that. I don't want to spoil too many things, but it is, you know, kind of, we're working on it. We'll be improving as we go, but the first episode will be out this Friday, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And if you enjoyed this video, then consider leaving a like down below and subscribing to see more content. New videos come out about twice a week, and if you guys are having a great day today, I hope you continue having a great day. If you guys aren't having a great day, I hope you guys start having a great day. But either way, guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. See you guys next time.